Do you believe in love at first sight? Can you imagine the first time Michael fell in love with Hetty was all the way back in primary school when their teacher stood before the class and introduced Hetty as the new student of the year. From that moment, as she was introduced and sat right in front of him, Michael was in love. He decided that, this is the girl I want to be with. So he made it his mission to get to know her, talk to her, be friends with her. And over the years, throughout primary and junior high school, Michael did everything possible to get Hetty to be interested in him. Everything under the sun, from helping her with homework, sitting beside her throughout the day, walking her to class, everything, Michael was there. So at the end of junior high, Michael took up the courage and asked Hetty if she would be his girl. Unfortunately, Hetty said, I'm not interested in you like that. No, thank you. But I think we're great friends. Michael was a little heartbroken, but he said, I will find a way. So throughout their years separated in high school, Michael would send her notes, letters, use some of his pocket money to buy her gifts to ensure that he would stay in her mind. As luck would have it, they ended up in the same university. Michael again said, this is my chance. They again became closer, they hung out a lot, but still Hetty was not seeing Michael. She was like, she wants the other fine boys in school. So throughout the course of their university years, Hetty ended up dating 6 men. And time after time, they would break her heart. And each time she would come back crying to Michael, saying, Michael, my heart, what am I going to do? And Michael would be there supportive, talk to her, counsel her, hoping that one day it will be his chance. University finished, and Michael got this great opportunity to go abroad to do a master's and eventually work for a company. Meanwhile, Hetty stayed in their country, juggling 3 jobs part-time and earning honestly a maximum of like $200 every month. Still, with all her struggling, she ended up having a child with a hooligan who was notorious for theft in their area. So things really weren't going well for Hetty. Meanwhile, the other side of the world, Michael was doing so well. He had moved up in his company. He was earning 6-7 figures, living his best life. In all her suffering, Hetty decided to call the one person who she knew was always down to help her. She picked up the phone and called Michael. He said, Michael, I'm struggling. It's been hard. I can't sleep. I have a child. The baby daddy's a deadbeat. I'm not making enough money. Oh, Michael, I don't know what to do. Michael says, oh, Hetty, I didn't know this is what had happened to you. Where I am, I'm doing so well. The company loves me. I've gotten to a high position. I travel all around the world. Hearing that, Hetty says, oh, Michael, please. And I've started to have feelings again for you. How convenient. She says, oh, Michael, if only we could have a chance together. Michael says, really? He's been waiting for this little phrase. He's been waiting for it. Michael says, oh, that's great. I love to hear it. I'm coming back. I want to see you. Chop, quick. Michael lands back in the country and quickly proposes to Hetty. All of his family are up in arms. They have completely disagreed. They said, no, Michael, you're doing well for yourself. Why are you marrying her? She's thrown her life away. She comes with a child whose father is not even taking care of it. Why are you doing this? She only wants you for the money. Michael says, no, I will not hear this. This woman is the love of my life. I've been chasing her since time immemorial. I will not let this slide. Opportunity comes but once. So Michael, ignoring all of these complaints, marries Hetty and adopts her child as his. At the same time, he puts both Hetty and their child on his will and ensures that they are full beneficiaries if anything was to happen to him. As well, in case he and Hetty don't have a child, at least he knows they're both catered for. Now, that goes very well for Hetty. Her life has been upgraded. She's happy. And, Michael obviously has to continue his work. So occasionally he goes on trips around the globe to raise more money and continue his business. One such trip, Michael was away. And thankfully, or unfortunately, he came back earlier than expected. Upon entry into his house, he discovers his wife in bed with her deadbeat baby daddy, the criminal. In that moment, Michael breaks down. He is crying, drags him out of his house, and he can't handle it anymore. He's done. He's finished. He looks at Hetty and tells her that they need to have a serious discussion, in that she should meet him in their living room to talk. So she gets ready, sees him sitting down at the dinner table with the glass of what looks like juice just sitting down there. He starts to tell her everything that she has put him through. He tells her of all the love and support he's given her, all the things he sacrificed for her, all of them just to be with her. And yet through it all, this is how she's chosen to repay him. Hetty, realizing that she may have pushed him too far, starts to cry, starts to talk, tries to apologize. Michael, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Michael, please don't leave me. Please don't go away. Michael, I won't do it again. In her haste and in her sorrow, she glances at the glass of juice in front of them and realizes that that glass of juice could very well be the end of her. Fearing that, she begs and pleads her case, telling Michael that she will never do it again. She'll be faithful. She'll stand by him. She will love him. She will not betray him again. Michael asks her to silence herself, that she should be quiet. He looks at her and with all the sorrow in his spirit, shakes his head. He grabs the glass and drinks it. 2 minutes later, he's convulsing and he eventually gives up the ghost. In her shock and sorrow, Hetty begins to cry bitterly because she no longer knows what to do. Few months down the line, Hetty has recovered. She's with her child. The will is in full effect. She and her child are fully catered to and are in ownership and possession of all of Michael's assets, all his properties, and all of his money. As it stands right now, Hetty and Michael's family are going through a legal battle because Michael's family does not believe that Hetty should have that money, the properties, all of it. They truly believe that she has hoodwinked their son and stolen all of his properties and money, and they beg the court to remove it all from her possession. Now that's an entangled web. That's all I got for you guys today. Catch us in the next episode, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!